Welcome back to OtakuDaiKun. It's time to play more Fate Extella, the Umbral Star. We are entering... Sorry. We are entering into the final arc. The Golden Poem arc. Hello, everyone. What's up? Not a whole lot. Well, I guess there's always stuff. I'm very hard at work on the lore of Fate Apocrypha. It's going to be about 2 hours worth of content, split across 4 different videos, each one being a half an hour, obviously. It's taken me quite a while, which is why this week I gave the channel a glimpse at my figure collection, because I thought that would be something fun to do in the meantime. Other news, I'm working on I'm going to have a panel at Colorado Anime Fest, and I'm debating whether I should do it on a Saturday or a Sunday, because unfortunately my scheduled slot for Saturday is alongside a cosplay competition, and those are usually pretty damn big, and I also kind of want to see it myself, so it's tricky. If I can get it bumped to Sunday, which might not be as busy of a day, I won't have to compete with that traffic. There are 3 arcs. Well, wait, no, 4 arcs. My bad. Yeah, I'll definitely be doing a stream of the FGO chapter as well. Why you know Ishtar figure? There aren't that many of them out, and the ones that are out are really, really expensive, I think. At least like $200 a pop. I'm like, ugh. At the edge of consciousness. As if your encephalon has been completely switched to another's, like a flickering cinematograph. Records thought to have been lost reappear for the slightest moment. Okay, so yes, last week we left off, we went through Altera's route, and at the very end, our main character realizes, you know, stupid bastard Archimedes just keeps going back in time and trying to screw everyone over. He's trying to break down the moon cell core and the jamming device that is preventing the Umbral Star from wiping out humanity. Because he's a jerk. And so we wanted to save Altera. So our main character, the body of the Master, sends just a glimpse of her memories back in time to basically the first where we started this whole game from. I know there's one out there. Again, it comes down to price. Perhaps I'll be more into Ishtar once I actually get to that part of the story. Hello, Rino Kumura. So apparently now, there's a feature on YouTube that lets the live chat be accessed even during the video's live stream after the fact. Like, without me encoding it into the video itself, you can all take a look. Hello, Rino Kumura. Altera! Holy shit! She's beautiful. That said, if I'm gonna have it so that people can look up the comments later, not the comments, but the live feed, the chat, y'all better behave yourselves. I'm gonna have to police these things a little bit better. Yes, I've got a lot of Artoria. She's everywhere. You must hold onto this memory, even if you forget everything, even if your memory is full of holes. Treasure this memory as you would your very favorite. Oh, as you would your very favorite. You know that the records from here on are not your own. They are memories of a you that is not you. A you that no longer has anything to do with you. That's confusing. A déjà vu experience you cannot remember. An event you cannot regain. I'm recording it here, even if you are unable to comprehend it. Yeah, definitely my favorite figure of Artoria's got to be the last episode, Rialta Nua one, where she's in the pretty white dress. Because that's where she reunites with Shiro and Avalon. Justina makes everyone cry. We've got to remember at least a little bit of that. Sieg is best protagonist. Those are some fighting words according to who you sell that to. I think he's pretty chill. It's fine if you only catch a piece of this, even if it's only the ending, the time that you spent together with her, the words you exchanged with her, the childish sentiments you felt, those you can forget. However, if you are the owner of this burned-out shell, there is something that you cannot give away. Don't forget, she saved the world. You will not accept this as the ending. It's not worth trading in for a dream. But most importantly, this ending does not fix the root of the problem. In your hand, you have the regalia. By your side, you have a light with a beautiful sword. You have a future that you staunchly tried to protect, even if it meant splitting yourself in pieces. So carve this deeply into your heart. Altera is not the one you must defeat, this time for sure. You must split open the Zero Dark alongside her. I've awakened from my slumber. It feels as if I've witnessed a beautiful dream. Oh, she's still wearing the outfit I put her in last. I'm sitting in a chair. Was I sleeping sitting up? As I raise my head, my joints ache. I must have been like this for a very long time. Genderless strangers. I hope one thing they fix for Extella Link is putting a little bit more effort into their alternate costumes. Look at the weirdness that is Umu's arms right there. They kind of bend inward, and that's because I think that, you know, they designed all the animations to fit with her main default outfit, and they didn't fully look into the implications other, you know, meshes and rigs would have on that. Or rather, other meshes on the same rig. A woman in red stands proudly in front of me. From the bottom of my heart, I feel a sigh of relief. Her golden hair, her slender body. The name of this beloved woman together with whom I have overcome so many battles, is Saber. Her true name is Nero Claudius. Man, so those Edmond Dantes fights are kind of brutal. I got so pissed. I was about to kill Edmond Dantes. Skahak was about to do it. She had 96% away from her Noble Phantasm, which would have won the fight. 96%! Ugh, and then I lost and had to redo the whole thing. I haven't been skipping anything. I may have tried to expedite some of Archimedes' talking. Where am I? Where I am? What? On a throne. I thought I was sitting in a chair, but this doesn't seem like a normal chair at all. What I'm sitting on is, without a doubt, a throne. Around me, this place shouldn't be so familiar. This throne shouldn't be so familiar. But here I am, in a regal room befitting the throne I'm sitting in, and none of it is as surprising as it should be. Whoops, shit. I wish there was something that would tell me when the audio was done playing. I'm just glad to be playing Umu. I'm gonna check Xfinity right now. I think I've got that stupid app. No outages have been reported. Bull. Yes, that's right. I feel like I'm finally awake after a very long dream. The saber who fought with me through the Holy Grail War, with her smile brighter than golden flame, is in front of me. The fog is still clouding my brain, but I feel it clearing. Now I know exactly where I am. This is the throne room of the Sovereign Seraph. Saber and I built this place as part of our drive to reform Seraph in our own image. You'd think Altera could qualify as an Avenger. She might be more appropriate in that role, too. I still remember my long dream, at least some of it, but the images are crumbling like a sandcastle. What I see are things that haven't happened in this world yet, and some part of my processing is already starting to write it off. To write it all off as garbage data. Don't do that! So what did I see exactly? For now, I can still answer that. I saw...
一体ムーンセル中枢で何が起きたのだ。こんなことならやはり無理を言ってでも世がついていっていれば。
I have been watching Fate Extra.
ムーンセル中枢で何が起きたのか。それを知る人物は多くはない。いえ、セラフにあって私だけがそれを記憶しています。
When do you think we'll get part 2 of Heaven's Feel? It was a bit after the premiere of the Japanese version that it started going to at least America, and then it went on the full theatrical run. I'm assuming if it was successful, they'll be doing the same thing.
サーバント・セイバー、あなたは確かにセラフの神王であらせられる。ですが現在、セラフには致命的な異常事態が発生しました。故に、あなたも
This douchebag is trying to... He's trying to write it all off as, don't worry, you just got amnesia. I gotta say, nothing is as embarrassing as bad connection on a live stream. That pisses me off so much. But I don't really know if there's an easier way to do it, at least with where I live. It's a pretty damn good internet connection I'm paying for. This man walked brazenly into the throne room. He's not a human wizard. The particular air around him marks him as a servant. Yes, he is a servant. Archimedes. His voice and his gaze are both gentle, without a hint of animosity. Kitty. Yes, clearly he knows my name.
Archimedes とやら。貴様、アルキメデス？あのアルキメデスなのか？貴様。
はい、おそらくそのアルキメデスでしょう。いや、私をご存知でしたか。それは。いや、それは。
Archimedes is calm, and his words are easy on the ears. Ha! Says you. Saber looks suspicious, but she's still listening, and I can see him slowly gaining her trust. Even with everything that's happened, I still can't believe it. Archimedes is rational, confident, and clear. Who could guess he'd want to destroy everything, but... Kitty... My life is hard. Freaking cat is climbing up on my computer desk. I got bad connection issues. No! Anyway, I'm certain now that I've seen that face. I know why that dream was sent to me. That dream that even now fades and slips through my fingers no matter how hard I try to remember it. That dream that my own thoughts are trying hard to write off as just some story I heard somewhere. School Day's best anime. He thinks we don't know anything. he starts into his usual spiel about the current state of Seraph. The 14,000-year system update, his version of the story in the moon cell core, his explanation about the body, mind, and soul, and about how the mind could disappear. Why are you letting him say it all again? Just kill him. You know, I do like that. Basically, how to not do a harem is school days. Don't be a douchebag. Don't cheat on your girls. Don't leave them pregnant and then go for another girl. And have a personality, my god. I didn't really feel bad for him when he got shanked.
regalia の片割れを奪われた件はともかく、奏者を逃がしてくれたことは大いに嬉しく。
Don't bother thanking him.
奏者よ、なぜだ
？What? So we must merge the regalia as soon as possible, I shout at him. Of course you need us to do that. The cyber frame of Sarah Ezekiah depends on it, and so do you. You need the merged regalia to summon the Umbral Star, don't you? It's the only way to call the Umbral Star to Earth, so it can harvest all the moon cell's information, and the only way to unblock the jammer that the moon cell cast on the entire galaxy is to destroy the merged regalia and shut the moon cell down. Umu's like, what? You know, this is like one of my favorite moments. Like in Persona, yeah, it was Persona 4, when you finally figured out who done it. And I don't know who's watched it or anything, I'm not going to spoil. But when you finally figure out who was behind everything, at least the first part of that, the regular ending, not the true ending, it just feels so damn cathartic to be able to be like, ha! Figured you out, you son of a bitch. Of course not. Every one of your moves was perfect, but your goal was the very definition of evil. Everything, every step, every aspect, I understand all of it now, and this Sarah Ezekiah hasn't forgotten it yet. Even if I did meet you in the moon cell core, I remember the edge of Zero Dark and the giant shadow. And I remember you're the vassal of Velber, the destroyer of the earth and the moon. Well, what I love about Umu is she's willing to trust you, even if you're doing something completely out of left field. Oh, Umu, you're the best. You're the best.
Archimedes. 弱き様に礼を述べるべきではなかった。良いのだな、マスター。これなる学士、世とそなたの敵であると。
Thank you, Saber. She must be confused, but she still made the right choice. In the haze of waking up, I barely remembered Archimedes, let alone expected to see him, but I know for a fact he could never be trusted. What if he just didn't show up today? Maybe she would have forgotten everything, and if he had shown up the next day, she would have completely forgotten about all of it. It's his own desire. Tipped his hand, That phrase almost sounds like it was written just for Archimedes right now. My thoughts are in a whirlwind. Even I can't explain them, but I'll try. The current Sarah Ezekiah has memories that were built with her. Even those feel less and less real now. And I can barely whoops. God damn, what's wrong with me? And I can barely acknowledge them as things that apparently happened. But that smile of hers was burned into my retinas. Yup, Altera's smile is what saved the day. That's a real memory for sure. It's another possibility. Something that could have happened in another world. Something that's over now. An alternate ending for a different Sarah Ezekiah. One who can't be brought back. But she didn't give up. Even though she somehow survived, she chose to discard the future, all the possibilities in front of her, in order to send this message to her past self, to tell me, take one more good look. I won't understand what kind of struggle it took to pull this miracle off. I won't ever know what sacrifices were made while I was safely sleeping away. Now to make up for slacking off, I'll do more than make up for it. Archimedes, I shall shatter every one of your ambitions and bring you down to the ground. No more smirking and bragging for you. You're done. Well, when it comes to that, I like slender girls, so not like Slender Man, but thin, fit. That's definitely my personal preference. Some people are always like, eat a sandwich or she's a twig. I'm just like, ugh, really? There's a difference between that and anorexia, and I don't approve of that. That's awful. Yeah, this music is pretty cool. Hello, Miku. Of course it's possible to slide between multiple worlds and multiple possibilities. Isn't that what you called it? I don't know how many worlds you trashed up to this point, but I know about one of them. The one that left me this last record. I'm not a sack of meat! Yeah, I'm not a fan of thick. Admittedly, that's like a newer thing, anyway, at least the terminology. Man, Ace Attorney is pretty damn fun. I never played the games, but it was fun watching the anime. You bought a Sakura Mato. Ooh, that's fun. Emilia is better than Rem. I have to disagree. Rem is just so damn dedicated. So damn pure, I guess, in her affections for the main character. It's hard not to acknowledge them. But it sucks because Emilia is pretty awesome too. But Rem was there for you, or for Subaru, at his worst. All the horrible things he had gone through, she's the only one to stick around with him through all of the worst parts. Objection! It's weird though because the anime uses the Japanese localization and the US version is so different. They changed everyone's names.
さあ行くぞマスター。我らの初陣だ。さす。
Now we've wanted to do this for so long. I don't know. That's how I knew I wanted to marry my wife. It's because I knew she'd stick with me through all my worst parts. You can play at that game, bitch. Woohoo! Henshin! Oh, did you see that bounce? It's the small things in life that make me happy. Where the hell is he? There he is. You put another one on. It doesn't hurt that she's extremely understanding of my ridiculous otakuism and is able to share and such. Whoa, did you see that? Oh, ooh. Wow. Oh, that's amazing. I wouldn't say they 4Kids'd it. It's just... Unless they did censor stuff. Such disrespect for the guy trying to kill you. A Jalter dress-up minigame. So Jalter has this really amazing swimsuit art that's going around. I don't know the origin of it, but apparently people want it to be an FGO as a costume. Altera really wanted me, or one of our Discord mods is basically the admin now that I think about it, but really wanted to watch O Thunder Snow again just to see Shiro kick ass. Nothing I've done is useless. Nothing I've done is foolish. Another me grew close to someone, close enough to continue the fight even after the end. All I've done is carry that torch. And that's why I'll never let him win. Why he and the Umbral Star will never hurt our world again. Well, there are so many waifu in anime that if I choose to have a preference of a certain type, there's still like hundreds of, way more than you could possibly fathom to care about with that exact same type. Why would he? Oh, Plague Doctor. Ugh, those guys are spooky. Those big old beak-like masks. You are gonna explain all this to me, yeah? The punishment awaits in my room? What if I don't tell you? What exactly would she punish me with in my room? I don't think she'd leave me in there forever, but whatever she does have in mind, it sends a chill up my spine. All that aside, I want to tell her everything. The story of Sarah Ezekiah, who is not Sarah Ezekiah. The story of a master who came to the end of their path after grasping for a single ray of light. I do like how they explain that, though. If you wake up from a dream, it's so quickly, so easily something that you're going to forget. The details. It starts making less and less sense the moment you wake up. And with each passing second, that if you don't do something with that memory, you don't record it exactly as you remember it right then and there, it's gone. Forever. Okita altar? Everyone needs an altar. I do love tomboys. That sounds about right. Although I don't really have any way of confirming most of it right now. A lot of it is extrapolation and assumption. But thanks to those memories, I remembered Saber's true name instantly, and I pegged Archimedes for who he really was. We will not have any pegging of Archimedes. I've read doujins by accident. The mind, body, and soul. And those three, I was the body. It was a curious sensation, a very bizarre, specific feeling, hard to digest or explain. In this world, I'm in the same boat, having been split into three as well, but there's a difference because everything that body experienced in the other world was sent to me as data I can see. According to the message, all of the fights against the White Titan, the Umbral Star, and Archimedes are over, but in this world, they still have yet to happen. First of all, the Blue Caster, a different servant than Saber, who also lent me her strength in the Mooncell's Holy Grail War, has a piece of the regalia and is about to attack, with the soul as her master. After that, someone else will appear in the third piece. With the third piece, Terror, who rules over the Zero Dark, Altera, the vanguard of the Umbral Star. I'm not sure I'm aware of which one that is. Let me look at the status real quick. Video output low. Boo. I'll wait just a tiny bit. I think so, yes. But it's not really correct to call that body me. The mind, body, and soul, separated as they are like pieces of a broken mirror. But she was different. Her circumstances were very specific to her own time and place, and her own emotional experiences. So I'd say her story belongs to her only. It's not your phone's fault. It's the stream quality. It's very unfortunate. I don't know why. I want to connect with you. I want to share everything with the Umu. We might be able to do that. Masters have sometimes been known to dream about their servants' memories. I can't see any reason why it shouldn't work in reverse. I look into Saber's glorious emerald eyes. They sparkle back at me, and I don't see a single trace of hesitation or doubt. She wants to witness what I've seen, but the Sarah Ezekiah of another world risked everything to leave us, from the bottom of her heart. Not just because she's curious, but because we're partners, and in a way, My otherworldly doppelganger was her partner too. She wants to see those memories to gain a deeper understanding of our own relationship. Alright, I'll do exactly what she asks. I'm not that great at using Codecast, but I'll try. I accessed the records the regalia gave me. Another place and time without a great divide.
3期の英霊たち、聖女、そして厄介極まる2人の王者。あれらは邪悪の優勢に組みしたか。いいな、そうではあるまい。アルテラよ。
Okay, so Hippolyta. I've only seen her in a tiny bit of a manga excerpt when I was doing my Heracles lore. I want to know if they've done anything official with her. Hippolyta looks pretty cool. She reminds me of, like, Morgiana, kind of, just slightly.
What?あの3機は私に敗北し、我が軍門に下ったのだ。力ずくで従わせたに過ぎない。そんな分かりきったことを問うなど。
バカ者！自分の言葉を理解していないのは貴様
の。アルテラのバカ！Aww. I show her the regalia, split into 3. I show her the other Sarah Ezekiah, the advancing Umbral star. Altera the heroic spirit, Altera the titan, Altera... no. Sifar the white titan. For as long as the fight raged in reality, the record transfer takes only a few seconds, and the playback ends as soon as the transfer is done. Sharing the records turned out to be simple thanks to the regalia. Now Saber has seen and processed everything, the beginning and end of the body from another world, the end of the heroic spirit that was Altera from another world, that ephemeral and humble dream of a young maiden. Welcome, Gilgamesh! I just finished watching Madoka Magica. I haven't watched the movies yet. A golden fire wavers, a flicker of Saber's hair. I almost reach out with my hand to reassure her. I almost call out her name, tell her I will never lose her. In some ways, that record is a memory of our future. In no way is it a reflection of our past. It's only one of the possible outcomes for us, so... Oh! It's surprising I haven't watched Madoka Magica until now. I started it and then stopped at one point. Heracles' alter ego isn't divine? That seems a little strange. Greetings, Your Majesty. That's funny. Romulus. It's exactly as Saber says. Castor should have obtained the soul of Sarah Ezekiah and the second piece of the regalia by now. She's probably even started to expand her borders. And since we can't head to the Zero Dark from our side without the merged regalia, first, we have to unify Seraph. We'll have to somehow convince Castor to join us. Yes! And then recruit all the servants currently on the moon. The power of the Umbral Star is great, and we will all have to unite in order to face it. You're just spouting a bunch of quotes. What would I rank it? I almost feel like it would wind up being great. I can see why people might say it's amazing, but at the same time, it's kind of a concept I've seen many times before, just done in different ways. Scarlet and gold, the colors of Rome. She's right. Those are two of my favorite colors. But we're not talking about that right now, goddammit. I just want to kill things right now. I've been prodding Xseed on Facebook every single post they make to make an announcement on localizing Fate Extella Link. Their Fate Extra page recently changed their profile pic, and people are wondering if that's a sign they might announce something soon. Xseed's kind of a tease that way. Pretty much the whole thing about the root there. Madoka. It's crazy. I just got my hair cut the other day, so now I actually look more like my avatar for the channel. My hair was getting long. Alright, first things first, Umu. I'm gonna put you in your basic, because you look so good in it. I have finally awakened. I understand, Umu. I understand everything. Aww. I've played Persona 5. I've got the entire gameplay recorded, but I'm going through and dubbing over it for fun, as if I'm the main character. I've only got one video out of that so far, and I haven't even uploaded it. It's kind of one of my backup videos. I wasn't sure how many people would actually watch it. So casual, and yet so brazen. Short and slim as she is, she radiates so much warmth that I feel hot when she's near me. This. Who cares about the generals? Let me be clear. I like being close to Saber. In fact, I love it. I would take any chance to slip my hand over hers and pull her into a close embrace. But I feel like we ought to keep that between the two of us. Whatever. Well. But still, Saber, could I ask you to wait just a little while? I want to share everything with you. Everything, but we should restrain ourselves. We mustn't. I mean, we should be patient. We're about to fight a war, after all. The enemies ahead are stronger than we've ever faced. So for now.
そうじゃよ。そなたの思い受け
This is a very good game. There are only a couple parts of the story that I think are really hammy and not as well executed, but it's still really awesome. Like, unbelievably so.
それを味わうのはそれなりの時と場でなくては、それこそ神明を唇に乗せるにも等しい。それともそうじゃよ。そなたもしやよもや世をじらしているのではあるまいな。まったく、一体
I will tease the Umu.
悪い手を覚えてしまったのだ。こんなことなら一人でムーンセル中枢などへ赴かせるのではなかった。
That's not where I learned it.
無論冗談だぞ。よこたびの戦い、そのすべてを終えた時には改めて世はそなたと
On my first playthrough of Persona 5, I managed to do all social links, but only because they give you like an extra day or two at the very last second to complete any last minute things. I think I literally completed it with the last day available in the game I could have. Yes, Archimedes is a dick.
ローマで知らぬ者は一人もおらぬ。それほどの人物として語られていたのだ。であるというのに。
It's surprising to see Saber so angry. Maybe it's because the Archimedes who betrayed us was a true heroic spirit through and through, and not someone recorded into the throne of heroes as an anti-hero, placed there as a threat.
ありていに言えば残念だ。アルキメデスの数式はこの世で最も。そう。
I don't know if I've read that one. It sounds familiar. You gotta tell me what happens.
美しさの定義は曖昧だ。世が信じる美は不思議なことに万人にとっての美ではなかった。
It wasn't a chess girl, right? It was, what game was that called? Is that Shogi?
そんな中で数式だけは別なのだ。あれこそは万人不変の完成されたもの。
I switched my waifu multiple times throughout Persona 5. I think in the end, I like Futaba.
人類がたどり着いた人間が繁栄した意義の一つであろう。そのアルキメデスがよもや人類を裏切るとは。世はそれが悲しい。そして悔しい。だが
I kind of found it offensive that in order to go through Makoto's route, you had to be like a smarty pants. Like you had to raise your intellect so freaking high before she'd even consider you. Is she thinking his reasons are more than just personal?
いや、私欲であろう。天才は自分のしたいことしかしない。アルキメデスの目的は欲望以外の何者でもある。
Well, maybe it is chess. I could definitely have gotten that wrong.
ただ、あやつは自分のために優勢側についた。人類のためなどではない。伝え聞く生前のアルキメデスは、たとえ市民たちに理解されずとも、公共のためにも才を尽くした人物だというのにな。まあよい。
When I do a Fate lore of Archimedes, whenever that comes, it'll hopefully be able to justify exactly why he turned into such a douche. Will you face the cops for Futaba because of how old she is? I feel the same way. We'll definitely settle things next time we meet. No matter what, we need to crush every one of his plans.
邪悪の巣窟に目に物見せてくれる。たとえそれが人類史に燦然と輝ける天才の一人であろうともな。
I've been ascending Jean, and then realized I'm all out of money in the game. I have to start farming for it. Okay, go cast fire. We want to get rid of fire. What's my current code cast? That should do. Yeah, for the sake of time, I'll do it on normal. Well, I'm gonna do the lore of every servant, whether they're an asshole or not. Oh, this mission?
領域の支配者が自ら姿を見せるとは。多少の手傷は負いましたが問題ありません。ここで決着をつける。
奏者よ、我が軍にもう後はないぞ。このままでは敗北だ。
信じられません。太陽の聖剣で倒しきれないとは。バーサーカーは姿を消しました。ですが再び出現する可能性はあります。私は著しく魔力を消耗しました。しばらくの間工具の神明解放は叶いません。ライダーが領域を分断しているようだ。倒せば先へ進めるぞ。ガウェインは負傷、疲弊している。合流して戦った方がいいかもしれないな。
Bring it on, Medusa! Since Lu Bu is in this game, I really would love to see Diao-chan. I would love to see Diao-chan as an incorporation into Fate Grand Order or something. Oh shoot, I still have to take the rest of the base. My bad! Oh. Underworld? I don't know if I've heard of that.
よし、扉が開いたな。
味方が襲われているな。防衛に向かうぞ、奏者よ。
進軍開始します。お任せください。
いかん、あの劣勢は捨ておけぬ。早く助けに行かね。
Hey, Karna. Yeah, Diao-chan would be an assassin. She'd be kind of similar to Mata Hari in that respect. Sosha wa daisuki da. Kana, what's up, puppy girl? I don't know about Semirami's ascensions. God damn it, I leave that place alone and it grows a plant. Karna's back, that little snot. Karna, I'm coming for you, boy. There you are. Actually, wait just a second. I want my noble phantasm. Whoa, hello. Oh, I get it. You can't phase him right now. Oh, I know all about Code Vein. You can bet your ass I'll be playing that one. Although it doesn't have a release date yet, so I have no idea how to prepare for it. What I'm planning on doing for that game is a no swearing challenge. I can say anything I want as long as it's not a swear out of my rage from the game.
成功です CO 見直しました。
プラントがいるな。まずあれを叩き落とそう。愛の力思い知ったか。花と地で在下は
And I still want to play more Fatal Bullet. I really have not had the time. It took me 3.5 hours consecutively to record the audio for the lore of a Fate Apocrypha. Then, like, perhaps double that, if not more, to edit all that down, take out, you know, mistakes and other things like that. And now I'm going through the entire show, episode by episode, and grabbing all of my favorite clips and most relevant ones. It's going to be a pretty good video. I'm going to be very proud of it. Sasageo, Sasageo.
プラントがいるな。まずあれを叩き落とそう。
Code Vein is like a Dark Souls game, though, it would seem. That's what I heard. It's Dark Souls with anime. Where the fuck is the bad guy? Where do you... I can't see him. Are you hiding behind this pole? Something's wrong. They haven't spawned. The generals haven't spawned. Maybe if I come back and come back in? The plant came back, you son of a bitch. Did I plant? I'll be doing another Fatal Bullet stream, absolutely. But I just realized, in order... You know, I get way more views on my actual lore videos and other content, so just live streaming all the time isn't something that's feasible for me right now, so I can only do, like, one of those a week. Or I just won't be able to make my lore videos in time. Yes, Jean's tattoo is amazing. Yes, I've got a very solid group of people who watch all my stuff, but I'm noticing a huge fluctuation depending on what the rest of my content looks like. Who's the boss this time? It's Lububu! Where is he? There he is. Of course, he's still alive. Which is why we do the Maho Shoujo! That's a very good question. I mean, I guess at the very least someone would go to, like, Shiro and be like, dude, why do you have a tattoo? Shiro would be like, yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's just a tattoo. Alright. Had to let the cat out of the room. Otsukaresama deshita. Love you, Artoria. Roar. He was a very powerful servant. Only Saber's strength and our good luck got us through that fight. Saber fights without a single doubt in her mind, just like back in the Moon's Holy Grail War. She never wavers in her purpose. She and I are on the path to that purpose together. The two of us can conquer any obstacle in our way. We'll save everyone we can and fight everyone we have to. Most of all, I want to save Altera, like the body of mine wanted to before me. Well, good to know, Emiya.
regaliaを得たサーバントとは厄介なものですね。やむを得ません。ここはひとたび引くとしましょう。
Even the voice of Saint Quartz gets like shit tons of people in his live streams, and I don't get it. It's like I stream most of the same stuff. They have a bigger expansion of subscribers. Not to say that anyone shouldn't deserve the views they get. I'm just perplexed. Wait, harems? What? Don't worry, Umu. I understand. I understand.
どうでしょうね。
Yes, Umu is wonderful.
もしも彼女が暗君の類であるようなら、セラフの全統一を果たした後にでもゆっくりと暗殺して。
褒められた手段ではないが、それはそれでありだな。世は平穏であっても玉座に平穏はない。
Yeah, I think FGO is
常に争いに
overrated. That said, it is very accessible and fun.
ライダーよ、キャスターに忠誠を誓ってはいない口ぶりだが、そこはかとない情けを感じる。
But I like this game a lot more.
要は良き王であれば進んで使えたいということか。
さあ、私には何とも。もともと根の暗い女なので、どんなきっかけで気が変わるか知れたものではありませんし。
気まぐれではなく、
What are you, their notification squad now? Just kidding.
気に入った。貴様は主君の行動でのでは安心しろ、ライダー。何であろうと月の平穏は約束する。世の奏者であればなせぬことは何一つない。
邪悪の星。
Whoops. A lot of me is sad that I just can't devote myself more fully to this channel yet. Ryder disappears, leaving us with those words. I realize that Berserker is gone as well. Caster's regalia must have pulled him back. It would be useful if we could do something like that ourselves, but unfortunately I have no idea how that would work. Caster seems to grasp the functions of the regalia much more than we do. Maybe because of her class. That might also be because of how she controls her army so easily. But first and foremost, I'm glad Saber is safe. With Berserker defeated, we've managed to take this whole territory back. All that's left is... Hey, Karna. I think we're alright. If he wanted to fight, he'd already have burned us to ashes. Since he hasn't done that, I assume he's here to talk. I do wish to speak with your queen! Jack's a berserker and Strange fake. That's crazy. I already feel like almost the entirety of my channel is Fate in some ways. Catch you later. Well, I like the fluff of sunshine and rainbows and knives. So they've got a different origin story for Jack the Ripper in Strange Fake. I've come to accept the little lowly Jack the Ripper. The story actually makes quite a bit of sense. You know, at first glance, you're just like, oh, this is just pandering to stuff a lowly in. But they actually did a pretty good job of giving a good reason why Jack the Ripper is a lowly. As I said, look forward to my lore video of Fate Apocrypha for more details. Caster, or the Regal Caster, as Karna said she calls herself. Saber doesn't seem to like her much. Well, that's putting it mildly. It's more like... everything she does is slathered in pink. Okay, so now I've been watching Cardcaptor Sakura, listening for Sakura's voice to be Umu's, and yeah, I can hear it now. It's crazy. Really? This is the first I've heard of that. Well, Apocrypha gives a pretty solid explanation as to why a little girl wound up being a serial killer. So that's how it went. No wonder my heart raced when I first saw Caster. I guess my soul must have felt the same way, and maybe remembered more of her than I did. Of course. Unquestionably, Uma. No, Lowly Jack is not the kids that Jack killed. That is not the story. There was a part of London in particular where prostitution was extremely rampant, and all the women there were having abortions, crudely done because technology wasn't that great, and all the dead, abandoned fetuses were dumped into a nearby river. And in that river manifested the spirit of sorts, this essence that is this little girl that later becomes Jack the Ripper. She's searching for her mommy, someone to call mommy, you know, basically, and the first woman she comes across abuses the shit out of her, so she goes on a streak of killing other women. And eventually people never know it's a little girl doing all this, but they call this person Jack the Ripper thinking it's a man, and she just accepts that name. So she is an existence made up from a bunch of abandoned fetuses. Saber's tone is clear and calm now. The excitement in her voice, once thundering as she prepared to storm the battlefield, has grown quiet. I nod and prompt her to continue, without saying a word to break her stride.
傭兵でも構わぬ、剣撃でも構わぬ、世の前例をもってして相手をしたいと思うのだ。きっと世は彼方からの記録を目にしたがとき、すでに確信してしまったのであろうな。アルテラなるものは世にとって最大の公敵主たり得る相手だと。
Yes, Jack the Ripper Loli is a very sad story with very, very, very dark undertones.
それだけでも十分以上に人類史に名を残す戦闘王にして破壊を。
Now, of course, that doesn't explain why Jack the Loli has to be in, like, a bondage thong.
なのにだ、さらに加えて優勢、虚空より来訪した異星の戦士だとか。これほどの強敵、地上のどこを探してもそう出会うことはあるまい。世は誠に幸運だ。
Saber's eyes are sparkling. This must be the nature of her all-engulfing passion. I understand now. I can tell why she didn't want anyone but me to see her like this. They might mistake her for a berserker. I would never think of her like that. It's not that she's just drawn to some vicious battle. She looks at that maiden in white, and what she sees, above all else, are possibilities.
そうじゃ。なぜそこでそのように微笑むのだ。
If you Google search Jack the Ripper Fate, you're gonna see what I'm talking about. You don't even have to add Loli, you just add the word Fate.
そうではあるまい。尋ねるぞ。なぜそうして微笑むのだ。何？世の心に聞けときたか。おかしなことを言う。いや、違うな。まるで詩人のようだ。なんであれ、そなたの言いたいことはおおむねわかった。アルテラに対して、きっと世は世の心のままにあると誓おう。それで構わぬな。
By all means, she should do as she likes. She is, after all, the Emperor of Roses and the ruler of passions. Alright, to battle! I'm gonna get to Umu. I mean, Mikon. I already have Umu. Look at that butt! Sorry, I was distracted, Umu. At your, perfect posterior. Bondage Hello Kitty? Oh, that's something I should not tell my wife. She doesn't need to know such things exist. She loves Hello Kitty. We have to consolidate the regalia as fast as we can. That is unwaveringly true. The power of the Zero Dark, the forces of the Umbral Star, have a fair amount of time to coalesce around Altera. If everything is going as the record says, Altera is strengthening her forces as we speak. We might still be able to confront them before any powerful servants join their side, if we can merge Castor's regalia with ours soon enough. Uma was like, why are you ignoring me? What would the body do? She was hungry to win and keep on living. Maybe maybe we should go after Altera's future generals first, one by one, and leave peace with Castor for later, even if that does lower our chance of success. Oh, you bopped me. Ow! What happened? Something just hit me in the back of the head. A squeaky stick? A Roman squeaky stick. Is that a thing?
世界が悪しき優勢の脅威にさらされている。夢という形であれ、そなたも世もそれをすでに知っている。しかしだぞ、世にとってそなたにとって全ては、あらゆる全ては初めてなのだ。
If you guys didn't even notice, the scream has stopped and resumed again. Oh, that's it. That's what it is. She's right.
世は感じたい。そなたとの道行きを。二人でなす全てを。確かに実感しながら進みたい。
I like this cutscene.
急務であるゆえ、時は惜しい。その事実をも否定するつもりはないが、そう、あまり前のめりになるではない。
Oh, I'm sorry for ignoring you, Umu. Nero, you're wonderful. I thank her and tell her how sorry I am. I lost sight of Saber. I lost sight of myself. I might have started thinking that the body's path, the story of someone who burned through her life in some other world, was my own path. She isn't me. She sent me her story, but she was a different Sarah Ezekiah. I won't deny her final wish. I'll stop Archimedes and the Umbral Star, but I have to take care of myself and the people around me too. The precious time I have with Saber, even if we're in a life or death battle, even if the fate of the world depends on us, I don't want to waste a single second I have with her, no matter what happens. And as intense as the fighting has been, I can't believe I forgot something so simple.
別に世に構えというわけではない。いや、そこはとても重要なのだが、大切なのはそなたはそなたということ。誰かに倣って行動するのではなく、そなたが良いと信じた道を進んでほしい。それがどれほど困難な道であろうと恐れはない。何しろそなたは月の聖杯戦争の勝利者、多くの強敵を超えてきた勇者なのだから。
Aww. Oh, you fuckers. Here to ruin my beautiful moment with Umu. Cock block. Cock block is on the way, and I have got to kill it before it comes to stay. Cock block. Cock block is on the way.
戦うことが目的ではないが、どうせ言ってもわからぬ増票どもよ。ならば参るぞ、奏者。戦闘開始だ。
Yay. Okay, where do I go? Oh, whoops, I don't have any ice things. I'm fucked. Oh, settle down, Lubu.
ここまで来なさい、セイバー。私が相手です。
たわいもない。奏者よ、このエリアをそなたに捧げよう。
Where's the fucking plant? I can't see
ここ
it.
にはプラントがいる。奴から倒さなければ制圧でき
Aha.
ないぞ。
Die! Cock block can apply to anyone, cock or not.
剣幕の飾りとなれ。こんなところか。
いいですね。見事な手腕でした。
ローマのバスは宇宙一なのだ。フッハッハッヤッフッハッフッヘーベンアルデオ。味方の損害が大きくなっているな。判断はそなたに任せよう。燃え盛れ聖女の泉。たわいもない。奏者よ、このエリアをそなたに捧げよう。
ほう、やるじゃないか。
Uh-oh. I didn't mean to get locked in here. Raw constipation! Just like everyone in DBZ. Hey, hey, you fucker. How dare you defend your Lubu?
仕方ないですね。皆さんにこちら。
Where did he go? That looked really funny. I sent Lubu into orbit.
皆さんこちら。こっちの水は甘いぞ。
やはり怪しいな。うかつにサーバントへ接近するのはやめておけ。
Struggling.
かかりましたね。あなた方ごとこのセクターを封じました。いつまでも衰えない封印力。名付けてサーバントダイソンです。というわけでざまあご覧なさいまし。今のうちにアグレッサー軍団ゴーです。
よくぞ参った。存分にし合おうではないか。
落ちよロサイクズ。見惚れよロサイクズ。落ち
どうやらあれを通さなければこの領域から離脱できないらしい。
閉じ込められたということか。ならば早々に倒してしまうに限るな。敵軍のレジムマトリックスが完成してしまう。敵軍のレジムマトリックスが
A
完成
berserker Sakura? Wouldn't that just be like her Heaven's Feel form, kind of?
たわいもない。奏者よ、このエリアをそなたに捧げよう。
やはりキャスターの罠か。サーバントへの接近は時期尚早だ。
Die!
覚悟は良いな。剣抜きの飾りとなれ。
Death.
こんなところか。
How dare you try to take one of my bases?
見惚れよ。
頃合いだな。今こそ残っているサーバントを攻める絶好のタイミングだ。
プラントが落ちましたか。作戦変更です。卵軍総攻撃です。
この剣は星のごとく。世の兵たちの窮地だ。
Your soldiers will be fine, Umu.
見事だ奏者よ。世は嬉しい。
For with this, we are about to take the final base.
良い訓風だ。これは本気でいかねばな。1000体突破か。見事。木人が相手としても侮れぬな。
たわいもない。奏者よ、このエリアをそなたに
Medusa's hanging around in here, isn't she? Legs sprouting from the ground. That has got to be the weirdest garden. Hello. Isn't Kiata Seishoin or whatever isn't she the one that's like the MILF? Only used to be a guy. Is that the right character? Hey. Hey, Mikon. We're here to see you.
ようやく到着か。あとはあのバカ者を懲罰するのみだが。
I am thinking about Raiko. My bad. Who the hell's Kiata Seishoin?
それはそれとして、敵ながら見どころのある都であったな、奏者よ。
Is she the nun?
そしてその中に不協和音のごとくドシャーっとばらまかれた成金趣味、あれだな、コールというやつであろう。一時期
Oh, I could have sworn something about Raiko being like a really weird gender bend.
文化が何かの間違いで栄えたという。ともすれば忘却の川に流されるものをここまで恥知らずに取り入れるとは。
Right, okay, so she's the nun who, like, devours the world in her vagina. Oh god. Saber looks particularly happy. I see. I guess Castor wanted to leave that design just a tiny step away from vulgarity. Really, barely skimming that line. Sometimes looking into art is like looking into the abyss.
しかしだ、キャスターめ。画量転生を書いたな。豪華絢爛で行くのなら真紅のバラは必要不可欠であろうに。
I don't think she needs to worry about that. In fact, it's already been taken care of.
どういうことか?
There's already a rose, right in front of my eyes. Seeing Saber dancing on the battlefield is like seeing a flurry of whirling petals. She often compares herself to the muses when she speaks, but I would say her brilliance surpasses even them. In fact, I'd say her brilliance is like Venus, the goddess of love herself. No flattery, no exaggeration. That's how I feel.
ヴィナスときたか。いや、否定はせぬが、それはさすがの世も照れるというか、臆するというか。実感してしまったぞ。今のそなたは情熱のみでなる精神の存在なのだな。まったく以前のそなたからは決して出ない言葉ゆえ、危うく心臓が止まるところだった。だがその例えは良い。至らぬことばかりの世だが、そのように生きられるよう努めたい。
Saber calmly accepts my feelings, even though they'd started to embarrass me once I thought them through. I don't know exactly what the love of Venus feels like to her, but her voice, whispering in reverence, is full of benevolence and adoration.
マスター、話はここまで。本命が来たぞ。
Hello, Tamamo!
ようこそおいでくださいました。 ご主人様、我が千年平安京お楽しみいただけたでしょうか。そうであればこの賜物前、この上なき幸いと喜びましょう。ですが、なんと嘆かわしや、このパーフェクトタマモワールド、略してパマモの完成度を汚す朱色があろうとは。わかります？そこ、露出度の高いあなた。恥知らずなドレス。
You say that, but you're sporting your own sack of cleavage.
もしや世のことか？何を言う？
This tiny flash of skin is merely the adventure of a maiden. Wow. Awesome, indeed. I'd like to know more, but I hold it in for now. Instead, I remind Saber that this isn't the time for a name-calling match. I don't get it. Why snoo snoo?
そなたの期待に応えよう。相変わらず本音ダダ漏れですね、あなた。いえ、悔しくなんかありません。ありませんとも。なぜなら今の私は負け。
You are a thieving, conniving, a home-wrecking, dastardly wench, and justice is on my side.
泥棒猫。私から愛を奪わんとするドンチクショーなのですから。いよいよもって遊びは終わり、縁も竹縄。まずはそれなる女の首を電脳五条の河原にでも晒すところから始めましょう。言ったな、キャスター。やはり話し合いは不可能だったか。そしてドンチクショーとはどういう意味か。ドゲドウかつコンチクショーという意味ですようだ。レガリアの掌握は私が上。さあ今こそ決着といきましょうか、バカ皇帝。
I'm surprised Elizabeth Bathory hasn't been screwing with us at this point. Oh. I tell them both I want to talk this out. That neither of them have anything to gain from fighting. But even if one of them wins, a stronger enemy is right around the corner. I don't want either of them to be caught alone when that happens. I tell her I know how she feels. Now that I see her face to face, I also know for a fact that we're not enemies. I hope she can understand. Honestly, only part of me is sure of the whole thing. The memories of the Moon's Holy Grail War are still hazy to me. I fought, and finally made it through, but I don't really remember how, or what I found in the end. Even so, I know this much. Caster, Tamamo no Mae, I tell her, without a doubt, you are the precious servant of Sarah Ezekiah. But you would have met her when you gained your regalia, the soul of Sarah Ezekiah. Even now, she's right at your side. Saber and I have the same bond, not just between master and servant. Bigger than that. That's the truth of it, and I know it's no different with you and the soul. I'll say it however many times I have to. I'm not your enemy. This part of Sarah Ezekiel just wants to talk to you.
そこなるセイバーはどう？言わずもがな。世は奏者に全てを委ねるまでだ。
サーバントとしてですか。霊樹のもとに契約を結んだただ一人のマスターの決定には従うと。
そうではない。世が世として決めたことだ。貴様も自分自身に尋ねてみるがよい。キャスター、いや賜物前、刃の前に身をさらす決意、この渾身の言葉をいかに己が受け止めるのかを。
ああ、そうでございました。どれだけ電脳体を細切れにされたとしても、あなたはあなた、変わらず私のマスターです。これは叶いません。おみそれしました。このキャスター、謹んでお話を伺わせていただきます。
Why can't we be friends? The game.
ショックです。同時に
I don't think it was Atlas's fault. It was Axis. Axis Games is the ones that didn't bring it over.
こんなはずでは。なんという池玉。まさか私がうなずくと分かっておいででしたか。
Well, we got Fate Unlimited codes. At least there was that on the PSP. Though if they made a HD remaster, that would be pretty badass. 美少女バカ!
お二人の絆を信じてセイバーさんと真っ向からヒロイン対決をしていればよかったなって。封印していた本性とか我慢して出すんじゃありませんでした。
I understand, I really do. The Sarah Ezekiel on their side is particularly clear-headed. There's nothing wrong with embracing who you are. That's what the other me says to Castor, to let her know that it's okay between them.
俺直しました、ご主人様。どこまでもついて行きます。三千世界の果てまでも、ええ、因果の彼方へも。
なんといきなりイチャつき出したではないか。奏者よ、これは負けていられんな。それでは世への褒美はなしか。
Umu wants her reward.
キャスターばかりずるいではないか。世も稀にはそう。
Did you forget I just compared you to Venus?
欲しいと思うこともあるのだぞ。具体的に言うと、頭を優しく撫でるがよい。やれ髪が乱れる。犬猫のように触れるなと言ったりはせぬ。今なら膝枕も許そうではないか。これほどお得なローマセット、もはや買い占めるしかないな、奏者や。
Let me just put in my pre-order for now.
何？そういうことは？マイルームでお願いしたいので取り置きとな。確かに世もいくらかあのキャスター目に当てられていたな。今は寛容なことが他にある。
With our powers combined, we are Captain Planet! Yes, you should not cancel Mega Man games. That is bad.
どんなに高等な術式が必要かと思いましたけども、それさえ可能とするのですね、レガリアは。
3つの要素のうち2つが統合されるのだ。おのずと2人の奏者は1人となる。
Enjoy your gym run.
そちらの奏者とこちらの奏者、共に不安定であったのは核となるものが失われていたからだ。地上では肉体
I don't know, I've lost almost all hope for Capcom over the years.
魂が核となる。
I just don't like anything they create anymore.
そちらの奏者だけは統合せずとも存続できたかもしれんな。
ご主人様の肉体、あ、いえ、肉体のご主人様ですね。魂に経験が宿った以上、生存しているだけで今の規格に合った体は形成されてしまうでしょう。
それはまことか、キャスター。そうなるとアルテラのそばにいる奏者は
統合するまでもない、いえ、むしろ統合しては不純物になるでしょう。あなたも分かっているはずです、セイバーさん。肉体に宿った意識は仮初めのもの。それはもう別の誰かなのです。
Well, Bazette's not technically a servant, but it would be awesome to play as her.
おそらく
I want to go punch somebody.
あちらのお方は記録を飛ばした。それが何を意味するか全て受け入れた上で。
キャスター。
何でもございません。私がここで口を出すのはそれこそ不忠。かのお方の決意を汚す愚行でございます。それよりお話おおむね理解しました。悪しき優勢、それは寝台にも記憶された最悪です。1万と数千年の周期も大元の私の記録と一致します。これを放っておけばやがて月も地球もおしまいでしょう。陶器もあれば破滅の記録です。神々も人々も等しく破壊され、後には荒涼の大地だけが残された。それは私の望むところではありません。魂のご主人様も同じくですが。
案ずるな。融合には何の問題もない。これより後に出るのは過不足なく世の奏者と貴様のマスター、正真正銘の存在に他ならぬ。ちょっぴり世も心配はしているのだが、そこはそれ奏者を信じているからな。
Let us fuse our waifu into one. And try to get the best of both worlds. A light flares, then fades away. I blink and see myself. Myself made whole, or close enough to it. The regalia brought itself together, and us with it, without a hitch. I tell my servants it's okay. Nothing was lost of either of us. The memories of being Nero's master and Tamamo's master are both in me.
ご主人様。
We knew it would come to this, didn't we? We knew it would come to this.
いやいや、キャスターよ。視力は確かか？どう見ても世の奏者であろうに。故にあまり密着したり誘惑したりするでない。いえ。いやいや、笑うところではないぞ。なんという怪力か。がっちり腕に組みついて離れぬとは。
セイバーさんこそつつましやかな胸がご主人様の腕に当たっているではないですか。なんてはしたない。おい、離れろ。
バカめ、当たって
You imbecile!
モーションをかけているのだ。何事も先手必勝というからな。
嫌ですよ、セイバーさん。おっしゃったではないですか。過不足なくどちらのマスターでもあるとかどうとか。
言ったとも。つまり世の奏者だな。
I did read a little bit of the Foxtail manga. Not enough. But yeah, Suzuka Gonzen. Or goes in.
いえいえ、私のご主人様です。ああ、やっぱりこうなったじゃないですか。そこだけは気が合うな、キャスター。こればかりはどうしようもない。むしろこれこそが正しき形。分割などは事故に過ぎぬ。奏者は唯一無二であるからこその奏者であるがゆえ。私が真にご主人様のサーラン。
So this is hell. No, I should try to stay calm. Somebody has to. I mean, what did I think was going to happen? I take a deep breath and let it out. The two of them look puzzled once they see me relax, and in that second, I... Hadouken! You see what she said there? Oof. I use a code cast and spin the two in the air. This is my new skill, the mid-air strike, a vacuum toss. Get along, you two. The two Sarah Ezekias were fundamentally the same, but there were two of us until just now. But do we really have time for this? Why can't you two get along?
そうであった。世ともあろうものが取り乱すとは。キャスコメがあまりにも脳内天然色ゆえにな。
いかにもごもっとも私ともあろうものが大人げないセーバーさんの毒婦っぷりが目に余りまして。
Play nice!
了解。
Anyway, that's one problem solved. Saber and Caster won't go to war, and the two pieces of the regalia have combined without either of them breaking. Plus, I have my sense of self back from before I went to the Moon Cell core. Okay, now for the next step. The girl I saw in that far-off dream will be here any second. She was lying in wait, waiting to make her entrance in the dark.
これは空が。
Fissures open up in the space above. The sky shatters like cracked glass. I already know what's about to happen. There's no doubt in my mind I'm about to witness an anomaly that shouldn't exist, but there's no turning away from this. This is a reality. We have to stand up. We have to stand up and face head on. The world.
奏者よ、離れるな。空が割れる。いよいよ来るぞ。
That's a good point. She does walk around barefooted. I think it's interesting. I mean, you're in a digital environment. It's not just the sky. Right here and now, the entire world is splitting apart. The world is breaking apart at the seams. The coming darkness is both of Seraph and something else entirely. It is the darkness that existed before human wisdom was born, forever untouched by the light of civilization. The Zero Dark. Thwomp. Hey, supermodel. Evie breathy beautiful Altera. She's just distracting us with the darkness. The enemy army receives a command from the girl in white and immediately ceases movement. The girl in white. She's not someone I've actually met in person. I only know of her through the body's message, but there's something about her that stirs up feelings deep within my heart. Altera, the name I called out so many times in that cavern.
私は大王である。私は破壊である。星より降りて蹂躙を果たさんとするものである。
The girl in white speaks her familiar warning, her sun-kissed skin and red eyes, her lithe body, befitting a great warrior. Or is it lithe body? I'm not even sure. And her incredible powers of destruction. I already know what she looks like on the battlefield. Yeah, we get it. Destruction, destruction, destruction.
ご主人様。剣の一振り、神明解放なしでこの威力、いざ目にしてみると震えるな。振るっただけでこの威力ですか。世界に対する特攻というのもあながちホラではないようですね。
I can hear Saber and Castor's voices. They're not frantic or hesitant. They're not panicked either. It's a much deeper, darker fear? No, that's not right either. Even though it comes from somewhere deep within, it's not necessarily a dark feeling. Saber's still as graceful as a rose, and her golden sparkle hasn't faded. Castor's warmth of the sun continues to shine as well. They're facing this head on. They're accepting it as reality, this grim truth that stands before them. Her blistering gaze seems to pierce right through me. But of course she's staring. I look the same as the master on her side. She can look if she wants to. I'm right here! Scathe! I know all about her, the destroyer of everything, fated to disappear in the end. Her name is... Altera. Who has wider tracts of land? Tamamo or Umu? I need to respond to an email. What the hell? So it looks like I'm going to make my... If this works out, I'll be making my panel at Colorado Anime Fest on Sunday. Umu looks like she, put some oil on the top of her cleavage. So shiny. Altera has a Santa form. So convincing her is not going to be so easy. I'm surprised there's not a doujin of this exact scenario. We're entering on one of the coolest parts of the game right here. Aw. She rides a sheep.
何を言うアルテラ。ここに立つのはただの英霊ではないのだ。
その通りです。何せ私たちは誰あろう聖杯戦争を勝ち抜いたマスターのサーバント。
さらに加えて言うならば
Woohoo!
タッグマッチ。
Oh. You're going down, Altera. For you have not joined our party yet.
行くぞキャスター。聖杯戦争を勝ち抜いた我らの力見せてやろうではないか。
オートモさん、オートモさん、
Uma transform! Miku, you're being a pervert. One of the most hypocritical things I could ever say.
だが兜は脱ぐようなのであった。
オートモさん、あなたの力を貸すのは尺ですが、これもご主人様のため。雑魚は私が請け負いましょう。花を譲って差し上げます。
I don't want to kill her too fast. I want her to try and noble phantasm me. Mine? There we go. It's time to end you! Yes, Maya Sakamoto is brilliant.
光を示す。さあ、すべてを飲み込んでやろう。受け取るがよい。ダウンセットクラウディス。今日はこれで勘弁してやろう。
I like how those guys came charging me and then they're like, oh, never mind, we'll back off. Woohoo! I am not as much of a perv. I am like 100 times greater. The things that run through my mind. I don't know where Reen is on the Mewverse. That's a good question.
だが、世もなかなかにやれているではないか。
調子に乗らないでくださいまし。こっちはずっと全力でそちらのサポートをしてるんですから。ですのでご注意を。レガリアの力があろうと気を抜いたりすればたちまちのうちに。
奏者？
ご主人様。
Thanks, you two. But could you put away your weapons for just a little while? Our enemy isn't Altera. Even this battle was orchestrated by him. Right now, any amount of time we put towards thwarting his plan is precious.
そうは言ってもだな、奏者よ。この状態ではマスターを実体化させるのは自殺行為にも。アルテラめ、こちらに合わせて剣を止めている。
I think she has doubts as well. We might have clashed together just now, but I'm sure that if we talk to her, we can negotiate with her face to face, as the heroic spirit she is.
対話か。こちらの魔力は限界です。そちらはいかがです？どのくらい継戦能力残ってます？
そちらも余裕なしか。悔しいが後がないぞ。
あれは魔剣でもなければ聖剣でもない代物ですが、まあそうですか。こうなるとご主人様次第ですね。私たちが生きるも死ぬもご主人様の言葉次第。あちらの反応どう出るか。
なんだ、ならば心配はないな。 胸を張って奏者に任せるとしよう。まったくあなたという人は。
いいだろ
Woo! Really?
う。私は今日
You are reasonable, Altera.
どうあれ結果は変わる前、5分だけお前たちに時間をやろう。
十分だ。ひとまず礼を言っておくぞ、アルテラ。
不要だ。
5 minutes. It's not much time, but I guess we're in no position to complain. I'll just have to make the best of it. First, I need to explain our goals. To unify the regalia and stop the coming of Velber, we intend to protect Seraph and the Moon Cell, and by extension, the Earth. The proof of royal authority over the Moon Cell automaton, the Moon's holy grail. Using the regalia, we will continue jamming the observation function of the Umbral star as it looms over us from the far end of the galaxy, perpetually searching for civilizations to consume. And after that,
話にならんな。
最後まで話を聞け、アルテラよ。奏者はまだ肝心なことを伝えていない。世界を守るのは当然として、
レガリアの統合、そんな条件を私が飲むとでも思ったか。英霊の方はだと。
how do you know I'm called Hero, Altera?
いや、いい。最後まで聞いてやる。話せ。
Yes, our goal is to protect the world from the Umbral star. You could even say our goal is to live. We won't submit to some one-sided invasion, and we have no intention of being destroyed without even knowing the reason why. But that's not all. You, Altera.
何？
It goes without saying that we can't explain the entire situation in only 5 minutes, and I can't share this data with you, since we aren't connected by the same regalia, so I'll say this as clearly as I can. I will protect the world, and I will protect you. That is my wish, delivered to me from someone both impossibly far and impossibly close. I will do everything in my power to make it come true. There's no reason for you to do exactly as the Umbral Star or Archimedes says, so...
おかしなことを言う。私を守る？お前が？
時間がないのか
Oh
もし
shit.
もう少しまからぬか、アルテラよ。これは大切な機会で、真実、貴様のためでもある。奏者の目を見るがいい。これよりも曇りなき瞳を世は知らぬ。貴様はどうだ？本当にこの眼差しに覚えがないと白を切るか。
Just look into those puppy dog eyes, you'll understand. In the arms of the angels. I don't know if you've ever seen those Sarah McLachlan commercials with the cute puppy dogs looking for homes. It's so sweet. And sad.
殺戮の機械だ。破壊の大王、優勢の化身。別段、人の論理などを重んじることもない。重んじようと思ったこともな。だが、後悔そう、セイバー。
待つがよい、アルテラ。
許可した覚えはないぞ。姿を現すな。
The third Sarah Ezekiah, the body, appears. Whether to join the conversation or for some other reason I don't know, but I'm grateful either way. It will take more than just words to persuade her, since the mind and soul are strangers to her. As frustrating as it is, Altera and I share no deep bond. All I have are memories. Memories of the things they shared. But even so, all I can do about it is make educated guesses and assumptions about what might have happened in this timeline. Her, on the other hand, There are no words. Neither sound nor voice reaches my ears, and yet I still pick up on some faint sensation. I know that I'm the only one who's sensing it. It's not some kind of upload or download, but somehow I can still sense the intentions and feelings of the body. You two were able to reunite, the body tells me. That in itself is a wonderful thing. However, that can't be the end of it. We can't just unite the regalia and leave it at that. Nothing would change then. That alone isn't enough to write Altera a new ending. That's what she said without language. She told me every word of that. From one Sarah Ezekiah to another.
Demo, これは大層運がようございました。あれがその気になれば、魔力の残り少ない私たちは消し飛ばされていたでしょうから。ですので、ご主人様、どうかお気を落とされずに。
アルテラ、どうあっても戦わねばならぬ定めなのか。いや、そうではあるまい。世は記録でしか貴様のことを知らぬ。ついぞ今しがたあったばかり。手はあるが、まだ道はあるはずだ。そうであろう、奏者よ。破滅の定めになぞ、世は二度も屈しない。
We're home.
これでなかなかの佇まい。人白まみれの成金主義を想像していましたが、こちらの玉座も趣があってようございますね。
我が奏者が進化たちに顔を見せる場だからな。世の趣味より奏者のイメージを大切にしたのだ。世の気配りもっと褒めよ。貴様の桜の都もほどほどに良い都ではあったが、人類史に燦然と輝くローマの美には一歩及ばぬ。ローマこそ永遠の地球代表なのだからな。
おや、大きく出ましたね、セーバーさん。古代ローマ帝国は唐の昔に泡と消えて、今や資料史跡を残すのみ。それで永遠を語るなんてたまもちゃん大笑いです。
They're picking fights already.
見方によってはローマの文化なりなんなりが地上に残っているという見方もできなくはないですが。
キャスターよ、何を言ってるのだ。ローマは永遠なる。神祖ロムルスがきっと残したであろう言葉だぞ。
ロムルス、あのガチムチのおっさん。まああの方でしたらそう朗々と語ってもおかしくはないですが、そんな文献なり碑文なり残っていまして。
Room!
なんですそのノリ。ご主人様まで突然そんな。もしや新しいセラフではローマ流行の兆しが。嫌です。ローマ
This is on PlayStation 4.
地中海とかハネムーンで行くからいいのであって、毎日あんな日差し浴びていたら髪が傷みます。事実関係は否定するところではないのですが、それはそれ。セーバーさん、先ほどの言葉ちょっと気になります。まさかご面識があるのですか、神祖ロムルスさんに。
バカを言うでない。世は当然神祖のことは見知っているとも。
もしや トップサーバントとしてあのガチムいえロムルスさんもこちらに限界していらっしゃると。
そうではない。世に名を残した者もそうでなき者も、ローマ皇帝ローマ統治者は神祖のこのようなもの。
ああ、そういうではなくて、何です？ローマ自慢がしたくて連れてきたんです。一人寝の別れか晦日の月か、そんなものはからこうして黙ってついてきましたけれども。
Poor Tamamo。
貴様を連れてくるのは当然ではないか。ここは奏者の住まいであって、そして貴様は奏者のサーバントの一人であるのだぞ。ならばいつまでも花の都に留めておけるものか。こうそれくらいの義理は果たさねばな。
Yes, I believe it's that Romulus indeed.
急に小声になったりして気持ち悪い。とまれ、どちらを以降のご主人様のお住まいとするのかはひとまず置いておきまして、これなるローマ領域は対優勢の拠点としては申し分なく、ええ、味方は守りやすく、敵は攻めがたい。すでに我が臣下は集っています。いつでも OK でございますよ、皇帝陛下。
では奏者よ、いざローマ大会議開催である。
Yahoo! You've got your own round table. It nearly leaves me breathless. You don't often see so many servants gathered in one place. All of the heroic spirits belong to both Saber's and Castor's armies are gathered here. It's a huge conference with a total of 9 servants attending, all to prepare for the battle ahead. Even though we managed to converse with the other side briefly, I wouldn't really call what happened a success. We have to prepare ourselves to fight Altera, as well as the forces of destruction she leads. Their side is likely to have top servants as well.
おうよ、そこの嬢ちゃんの言う通り、早速あちらさんはセラフの進行に乗り出してきてるぜ。それもかなりの大群だ。適正プログラムだっけか。これまでの雑魚に比べるとそこそこ勝て。
よし、では分かりやすく名付けよう。このキャスターにも操っていたものと区別して、それらは優勢エネミーと呼称するぞ。
直球ですね。いえ、分かりやすさは重要ですけども、あ、それと一つご忠告を。レガリアをそちらに引き渡した時点で、私はプログラムを増産できませんので、あしからずそのあたりの指輪機能は閉じてしまいました。
それは承知している。残念だが、レガリアは本来セラフの疑似量子の循環バランスを司るもの。むやみやたらに構成プログラムを作るのは良くない。ここからは我らサーバントだけで敵陣を切り崩そう。
おう、狐の姉ちゃんの増票に頼るまでもねえ。あんなもんは短期でもどうにかなる相手だ。厄介なのは。
I'm not surprised you're on this so quickly, Lancer. From the way you're speaking, it sounds like you've already done your fair share of scouting. Wait a second, does this mean that the Umbral forces are already active on Seraph?
おう、アサシンの旦那とな。旦那は例の妙な術で姿やら音やら熱やら消すわ。こっちにはルーンがあるしで、ま、ちょいとよ。こっちの領域ってんなら玉座の機能でもうちょい詳しい情報が入るんだがな。残念ながらそいつは無理だ。
占拠した領域を敵は完全掌握しているか。
しかに話が早い。お主らも相当の戦上手ではあったが、あちらはそれ以上実に鮮やかな制服ぶりよ。
アルテラでしたか。あれ以外にも優勢はサーバントを戦力として優
Hello, Stella.
そうですね。 ランサー、厄介だと言いかけていたのはそれのことでしょ。
まあな、ありゃここにいるメンツを前にしてあえて言うが、真っ向勝負じゃ勝ち目は薄いぞ。
He says it straight out, deadly serious. I've never heard him so intense and forceful. Ku Holland is a servant who's been through hundreds of battles. Even if I haven't fought with him as an ally for very long, I can tell how powerful he really is. And yet, that expression on his face, and the tone of his voice, I know exactly what that means. He's talking about the top servants. I know of their existence through the record that was sent back in time. These heroic spirits were handpicked by the Moon Cell for their exemplary strength. These heroes, among heroes, are known throughout the world for their famed exploits. These champions are summoned as special classes, separate from the 7 standard classes.
トップサーバントだな。そう驚いた顔をしなくてもいい。私は私でこの新たなセラフにいくつか独自の情報ルートを有していてね。それによればランさんが確認したサーバントたちは間違いなくトップサーバント、いわゆる精鋭だ。戦力としてはカルナとほぼ同等と思って構うまい。それが最低でも2体。本来はムーンセルに属する存在であり、優勢の対抗策としてセラフに召喚された者たちだが、あえなく敵に絡め取られたとおぼし、連中は現在優勢側の本拠である未明領域からこちら側へ進行。すでに旧タマモ領域の約 80% を制圧している。遠からずローマ領域へも手を伸ばすだろう。手をこまねいている暇はない。
それほどの勢いだったか。大したものだ。
彼らは制圧した領域の変質を始めている。仮称古代神殿エリア。すでに
80%。
敵の本拠未明領域へと至るためのゲートも当該エリアに存在しているだろう。
America! Fuck yeah! Gonna save them motherfucking day, yeah!
本来彼らは拠点など持つ必要はない。破壊こそが優勢の目的なのだから。それでも拠点を作っているのは
I'm excited to meet Maeve
そうでなければ辻褄が合わない。
and all of her promiscuity.
そいつはまあそうだろうな。異論なしだぜ。しかしなんだね、姿が見えないかと思えばちゃっかり情報に勤しんでたわけかい。
I understand the situation thanks to Archer. The Umbral forces are invading at an astounding pace. This is a different situation, a different outcome than what was stated in the body's records. Now that I think about it, there were some discrepancies in the record about how Altera and Saber met, too. I'll have to pay more attention from now on. The record isn't always going to match up with the future that unfolds in front of us. Of course, it's possible that they'll overlap. We should use whatever information we have when that happens. But the fact that the future can change gives me a new sense of hope. That ending. If we can stop all of Archimedes' plots, she won't. We can save Altera. It's not unreasonable to think that it's possible, assuming that the record of the future isn't set in stone.
申し訳ありません、アーチャー。本来であればそれはあなたの役割ではなかった。先んじての戦い。あなたは私の失敗を補ってくれたのでしょう。感謝を捧げます。そしてこの借りはいずれ必ず必要と感じたのでな。何、君が気にすることでもない。たまたまだよ。
こう言ってはなんだが、太陽の騎士、先日の戦いぶりは見事だった。対局を見極めなかったのはむしろ俺の方だ。お前は何一つとして恥じる必要はない。
カルナ殿。
Everybody's buds!
なんだ？なぜようよそにいい空気になっている？
Geronimo fate?
せっかくなので世も混ぜるがよい。勝利の後の感想戦は世も大好きだ。
Lupo, you should probably speak up. Roar! Roar! It's funny because when you play his side story, all he's doing is sitting around thinking, how can I defeat her? How can I take over her throne? So he's like a vicious enemy this whole time. His eyes are sharp. His gaze has a certain sort of pressure to it. It makes me think of the red spear he wields, and I'm about as capable of breaking his gaze as I am of dodging his spear. No one could tear their eyes away from him. Somehow, I endure the pressure. Personally, I couldn't care less if someone looks down on me. After all, the wizard Sarah Ezekiah isn't exactly anything special, but as Saber's master, I can't let anyone think less of me. Saber places her trust in me, even though I'm so ordinary. She says that I'm a master worth putting her life on the line for, and so I owe it to her to live up to her lofty expectations. No matter what kind of heroic spirits are gathered here, I can't let them see the fear in my eyes. See ya. It was an emperor of some kind. I'm trying to remember. Emperor Toba. That's it. Okay, what's your explanation, Bobby?
ちらはあくまでギブアンドテイク。オンに着る必要はありません。それでは都の守りは私めに。お帰りをお待ち。
行くぞ奏者よ。目指すは古代神殿エリア。大勝利に向けて炎の遠征を開始する。
Face first on the bed. Good morning, Uma.
そなた大層疲れていたのだろうな。すっかり寝入っていたぞ。無理もない。千年平安京での戦いを終えて休まず大会議で英霊たちとまみえたのだ。心身ともに疲弊していて当然だ。マイルームに入るや否や。
Drowsy. How long was I asleep? I don't feel like I hit the sheets at all, but I must have slept if Saber says so.
実感がわかんのかであろうな。何せ眠りの中でのことだ。どんな顔をしていたのかは真実この世だけが知っている。奏者の内側のことではあるが、外から観察した世だけがそれを知る。考えてみると不思議だな。だが案ずるな奏者。至上にして思考の明記を奏でる者よ。そなたに寂しい思いはさせぬ。
Oh.
絶対にだ。
The whispers are so nice.
二度とそなたを手放すことはない。だからそなたも手放さないでほしい。世は無二の名器である。殺してでも奪い取るなどという輩はあまたと言おう。
I have no intention of letting that happen. We belong together, here on the moon. That puts me on the spot. What do I even say to her at a time like this? I guess it would be best if I let my actions speak for themselves. Yes, that's the best plan. Since she took my hand to comfort me, I should hold her hand too, or something like that.
奏者、急にどうしたのだ。奏者よ、精神のそなたであれば。精神の電脳体は情熱を司るというから前のめりな行動も頷けようが、そなた魂と投稿して、もしやこれがキャスターの言うイケメンの魂、池玉か。ただの沈黙であるはずが5分も匂い立つ色気とは。これはダメというかダメすぎる。逃げるのだ奏者。
Huh? All I did was take her hand, so how did we get here?
逃げよと世は申したからな。それでもとどまっていたのは奏者だからな。良いな、良いのだな。こうあっては世ももう止まらぬ。エトナさんがごとく高なる鼓動だな。もはや世を自らであっても止められませぬ。良いか、これから先起こることはすべて。
Yeah, I think she just has like a... Oh, you mean like torn up clothes and stuff? Rags?
すべては夢ではない。夢ではないのだ。分かっておろうな。
She's so funny. No, I have no idea what Saber's talking about. Well, I feel like I have an inkling, But hold on, just for a second. Calm down. Not rushing into things is key to victory, Saber.
またもそんな瞳でよう見るのだな。皇帝たるもの、進むしかない。わかるぞ、奏者、マグナ、ウォル一世、マグヌム。よい。すべてを委ね、すべてを預けて、瞳を閉じよう。いやもう、瞳を閉じるゆえ、よい。
By any other name, they would be as sweet. And yet I can only describe Saber's lips by comparing them to roses. I think they're beautiful. A cherry blossom or a peach might be closer to them in color, but I still think roses are the best metaphor. They also make the best backdrop when their petals are flying behind her. I have that thought faintly in the corner of my mind. It's like the back of my head is paralyzed, like I don't know how to take all of this in. In the middle of my room, where the cool morning air wafts through, we draw closer by the second. Oh, this is... Oh no. I love that freak out. Cock block. Well, Tamamo, you could always join in.
我が千年鏡は放棄してしまいましたから、今やまともに機能するマイルームはここ一つであればこそと涙を飲んで許したというのに、なんです、回復機能どころかとんだドレインじゃないです。よっぽど強卓じゃありませんか。
To be sure, I would have had difficulty recovering from this. Yes, she's right. She's completely right. The whole point of resting in my room is to recover my strength. It is not for sex. Unless you're doing a mana transfer. No cheating! No cheating! Toka! I don't know what it is, but as I sit here watching Saber and Caster's vehement exchange, I get a very specific feeling in the back of my heart. It's different from worrying about the outcome of the fight. It's something much more calm and peaceful. The sight and sound of the two of them, their whirling expressions as they sling words back and forth. All of it is incredibly nostalgic. I realize now that I'm right where I ought to be. I don't have all my memories back yet. I can't even recall all the details of the Moon's Holy Grail War by myself. Even though 2/3 of my cyberframe have consolidated, I'm still technically incomplete. But even despite that, I've come home to the place where I belong, right between these two. Tadaima!
奏者？はい、ご主人様？
That was a long-winded fight. How many more are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So I'll do one more fight, and that'll be it for today. And next week, I can try and conclude Fate Extella. Leave myself with enough room to maybe do some requests on the side stories.
奏者よ、我が軍にもう後はないぞ。このままでは敗北だ。
さて戦の時だ。まずは先陣を任せたぞルーラー。
承知しています。この戦いの行く末を見届けましょう。
仕掛けてきたな。このまま防衛に回れば早々にこちらが押しつぶされるだろう。この際多少の損害は仕方ない。ネジブランクの高いセクターの制圧を急げ。
The only thing that you might have said could have been somewhat of an artistic inspiration behind Jack the Ripper's outfit might be because she's, you know, she kills prostitutes and stuff, and so she's kind of into that whole BDSM theme, I guess. Oh, Iskandar, what you doing, boy? Oops. What Jack's outfit reminds me of is sort of like like a corset kind of deal going on, like lingerie. Where is that damn plant? Okay.
敵も手強いですね。こちらも気合を入れましょう。
Ah, leave me alone. Let me go. Lingerie is not armor? Okay, okay, you got me talking about Anita Sarkeesian now. You done did it. You done did it! Who gives a shit if it's not armor? It's fiction, god damn it. You know what? And Hadokens are not real. I don't actually watch Anita Sarkeesian's videos anymore. I watch other people's videos talking about them. Jean defeated Gawain. What a pansy. Uh-oh. Hello, Jean.
ルーラーの名にかけて戦いを収めます。
いいぞ。そのセクターの価値は大きい。
Artoria's what? Yeah, but technically speaking, Gilgamesh wouldn't be wearing any armor either, right? Or, yeah. He wouldn't have big hunks of gold armor all around him. And it probably wouldn't, you know, fit Attila the Hun to wear, like, next to nothing all the time. But she does it anyway. Gilga was hiding in here? Fate is historical fiction. If the factual history gets in the way of the fun, then what's the point? I'm trying to get Iskandar to come join me over here. Is he gonna come? There he is. Bigfoot. The Bumble. I'm not disagreeing with you, Bobby. I am agreeing with you. I don't mind. It's not my favorite thing to argue the semantics of fate. What I enjoy more is being fascinated by the interesting ideas and concepts that are thrown in. And just enjoying it for what they add to the story. Arguing who would beat who in general to me is just like, who gives a fuck? Because it always depends on the circumstances of the story.
確かに英雄である。であればこそその歩みに一切の惑いなくさらなる窮地にも揺るがずにあれ。
That's because Gilga's armor is just painted gold. Oh! I can feel it from within the regalia. His spirit doesn't waver in the slightest. Even though we've destroyed so much of his army, he is exactly as the record described. This pressure, this force. I'm struck by a feeling of tension and blood-curdling fear unlike anything I've ever felt before. Even standing in front of 9 heroic spirits doesn't compare to this. I'm glad that I'm inside the ring right now, because if I had a corporeal form, I'm sure I would have embarrassed myself in front of Saber. An army of 10,000 men would be no match for this great heroic spirit. The great king who invades, trampling his foes, roaring the proud song of victory at the end of his march of conquest. I know his name. His name is Iskandar, the king of conquerors, who established the supremacy of Macedonia.
イスカンダルときたか。メイ君カエサルさえもが憧れし脅威の大王。相手にとって不足どころか持て余すな。だが戦場においては剣のみが確かなもの。偉大なる征服王の夢に敬意は表すが、今はそのマントごと切り捨てるのみ。世の名はネロ・クラウディウス。征服王よ、我が剣を受けるがいい。
She didn't say all those things. She just said Neto Claudius.
貴様はあのネロ・クラウディウスだったか。よくよく見れば目をつぶすほどの真紅と黄金。ガテンが言ったわ。確かにそれはローマの趣。しかしこれは驚きだ。かの暴君がこれほどの戦上手とは思わなんだ。よほど優れた石膏を放ったか、それともそこなる指輪の中にいる魔術師あたりが何かの術を用いたか。
ある意味ではその通りではあるが、コードキャストの類ではない特殊な事情なのだ。
Saber?
なんだ、どうした。今更になって剣戦に迷いが出たか、バラの皇帝。世がわざわざこうして待ち受けたのは貴様の首を取るためだ。無論軍門に下りたいというのであれば考慮するが。
それはこちらの言葉だぞ、征服王。要はあれだ、いささか疑問に思っただけだ。
引っかかる言い方をするではないか。聞こう、あれだな。素直すぎて邪気がなさすぎる。世が許す。
ならばと何をもって貴様優勢の側に身を置くのだ。世は征服王の本来のあり方を知らぬが、その言動、その覇気あふるるありさまは伝説に聞くイスカンダルそのもの。人の世を乱す半英雄でもあるまいに、まさしく大英雄である貴様が何故に邪悪の星の倉庫などに収まっているのだ。頭の中身をいじられているようにも見えぬし。
That's actually something I'm curious about as well. What the hell is Jean doing on the bad guy's side? Just as Saber says, he doesn't look like he's being manipulated, at least as far as I can tell. Then, he must be doing this because he has something else in mind.
なんだ。まあこちらにもいろいろと都合と事情があってな。貴様、なかなか答えがたいことを尋ねてきたな。まあいい。ここまで見事に我が傭兵を破った褒美だ。アルテラという娘、知っておるな。
無論知っている。
世はあれと戦った、そして負けた。
Basically, she kicked my ass, and so I was like, fine, we made a deal. I'm really bad at betting.
あれは破壊の化身とかなんとか自らを言うが、世にはどうにも合点がいかぬ。戦いの本質は破壊か？少なくともそんなもののために世は戦わん。戦いとは何だ？ 我らは何のために剣を振る。あの娘、そのあたりのことがすっぽり抜け落ちておる。ならばと余は考えた。我が戦いぶりをもって伝えてみるしかあるまいとな。
Is Iskandar putting you to sleep, Stella?
我が蹂躙、我が失踪。月の戦場であろうと世のなすことはさして変わらぬ。もっとも世の背中をあれがきちんと見ているかというと自信はないが。
I don't think I understand all of what he's saying, but maybe, just maybe, I understand a little bit of it. The King of Conquerors sensed something strange in Altera, who fights like a machine, and yet calls herself the embodiment of destruction. So he's trying to convey something to her simply by being his true self, by fighting exactly the way he did when he was alive. Something like that, at least.
そうか。立場と手段は違えど、世と貴様は同じような目的を持っているのだな。
You got class coming up, Bobby?
そう。アルテラをその滅びの結末から救いたい。そのためにこそ剣を振るい、万軍を切り裂こう。いや。
I'm often very tired.
征服を。
そうだな、暴君。いささか以上に違うわ。世はあくまで知らしめるだけよ。世の戦いぶりをもってして。
ならば見せてみよ。破壊のためではなき貴様の戦いを。
おお。
Meanwhile, Gilga.
やれ、雑種どもが生きがるものだ。戦場では野蛮さも磨きがかかる。まさに似た者同士ではないか。さて、見届けるに値する戦いであればよし。そうでなければ
Don't do that, Gilga.
英雄王、それは本気のお言葉でしょうか。
旗持ちの女か。なんだ、俺はこれで忙しい。
Go and speak to a wall if all you want to do is mutter inanities.
なぜあなたはアルテラに従っているのです？征服王や私とは違い、あなたにはムーンセルに選出されたという背景もない。優勢に関わる理由があなたには見当たりません。だというのに、あなたは副官という任まで買って出た。なぜなのです？
従う？この俺がか？はっ！女！貴様よもや俺が進化としてあの娘に神戸を垂れているとでも思ったか？これは笑わせてくれる。貴様！
You could moonlight as a court jester. That was such an amusing joke. I may even have to consider adding you to my vault. Oh god. As long as there's food in there, I guess. Just kidding. As far as I know, he can't actually keep people inside it.
セラフの裏側で退屈を持て余していた矢先、未明領域であれの目覚める音を聞いてな。数えてみれば魔星の襲撃から14000年、俺には預かり知らぬ記録だが、少しばかり縁があるのも事実。
Well, Jean is fairly busty. Or Leticia is. It's kind of hard to say because apparently they look exactly the same.
だが戦いは時期終盤のようだ。我が父、我が神話の元が結んだ条約も時期尽きる。あれは果たしていかなる結末を当代に迎えるものか。そればかりは俺にも見えぬ。貴様もよく考えてムーンセルのおもりをするのだな。
そのようですね。今回の見極めは難しい。あなたのように分かりやすい悪が敵であれば簡単だったのですが。
調子が戻ってきたではないか。では見聞に戻るがいい。貴様の迷いも
I like Gilgamesh better when he actually acknowledges the other heroic spirits, because in Fate Zero, there's only like 2 people he'll actually like speak to. Everyone else is like, screw you. 'Where's Gilga hanging out at? I know he's still here. There we go. Chased away Gilga. What the hell? Oh, did I send Iskandar into the air? Yeah, I did. Got... Yeah, it's weird. Leticia and Jean, they're just pretty much identical. Very convenient. I just disintegrated Iskandar, which is yay. I don't... He's trying to be like one of those people in a relationship that tries to like leave hints all over the place, and then they get all pissed off when you don't understand the hints. It's like he's trying to get Altera to like not be so destructive because he's running around not being destructive himself, but showing the glory of combat instead. I don't know if he was ever going to be successful doing that. The hero is gone. I would be lying if I said I didn't feel a certain majesty in his exit. I feel it strongly within me. The hero fought and fell in the heat of battle. He lost every function of his temporary cyber frame bestowed upon him by the moon cell, and in the end, he lost his life as well. I'm at a loss for words. If Altera were here, if she'd seen this, would she have felt anything from it? I don't know, I can't say for sure, but I want to hope. I want to hope that if she had seen it, she too would have felt something in her heart. I would like that explanation. That would make sense. Somehow her being summoned into Leticia updates her on the Throne of Heroes. But then she still looks that way on any timeline.
き胸躍る戦いは数あれど、まさか負けてしまいたいと思わせる戦いがあるとは。誠に恐ろしい強敵であったな。レガリアの力なくして、いやそうじゃなくしてこの勝利はなかっただろう。返礼はこちらのセリフだ、征服王。今も彼方をかけ続ける夢の輪立ち、その勇姿、世は決して忘れぬぞ。
You know, now you show up.
何がトップサーバントよ。要はただの戦闘バカじゃない。それなら私の方がよっぽどトップにふさわしいわ。
Those shoes are atrocious. I'm gonna stab people with them. I agree with that, Erish Kigal. I know that voice. By the gods! You're a blood-crazed beast when it comes to sensing the mood. They're like demonic elf shoes. Corroded Elizabeth Bathory. Okay, the final version of Elizabeth. I saw her like this in the record. It looks like she's gained a lot of power. Alright, at least her name is super straightforward. I know shoes are like that are real. I hope they're not like hard spikes. That's creepy otherwise.
なぜそうもあっさり侵食されているのか。違うわよ。されたんじゃなくて自分から取り込んだの。逆に利用してるんだってば。私はすべての知性体の心を犯して食らうの。だから侵食エリザなの。え？なんで？わかんない？どうして黙っちゃうの？怖いでしょ？恐ろしいでしょ？だって本気であなたの10倍以上の能力なのよ。今の私に不可能はないわ。誰がなんて言おうと力でねじ伏せられる問答無用のトップアイドルなんだから。哀れよな。貴様が救われたアイドルのあり方とは力でどうにかするものではなかったろうに。力を求めて食われたといったあたりか。要はそうも落ちるか。
They should do like an April Fool's prank where they make like a trailer for a game that looks like a Fate Extra rhythm game with Umu. That would be fucking hilarious. What? Hello? Damn solicitations. I'm not gonna take your fucking survey. I'm busy. Green, that's creepy. Don't do it. I think I may have seen that, and I'd like to see it again, too.
咲き誇るための力を。ライバルだろうとトップサーバントだろうとなんだって構わない。
Her voice, it sends a shiver up my figurative spine. Whatever else she is, Elizabeth is telling the truth here. She probably will kill anyone who gets in her way, even if it's Saber or me.
エリザベートよ、そこまでの覚悟であれば世は何も言わぬ。というか説得できる気がまるでしない。貴様の苦しみは世には分からぬ。その変貌の理由もな。だがそれでもなお世をライバルというのならその執着に応えよう。センターの座をかけて勝負だ。かかってくるがよい。間に落ちた竜の娘よ。
Oh, I do have to fight her here. Whoa! Well, I used, like, all of my good stuff on other people.
もう絶対に泣かせてあげる。
Damn it, she broke free. You're so gross! Hurry up and die! I'm sure they will be in there. That would be weird because they're so integral to the plot. She's strong. I can't deny that corroded Elizabeth Bathory is a fearsome enemy. Even discounting the fact that we're exhausted from the fight with Iskandar, this Liz stands head and shoulders above her usual self. Of course I'll do a lore on Elizabeth Bathory, although it might be like a combined lore of both Elizabeth Bathory young and Camilla. One-on-one boss fights would probably work better for the moments in the story in which there are fights. I almost think, like, what is it? The Naruto games. The Naruto fighting games, which aren't really like a standard fighter, they're almost like Power Stone almost. Those are really well done, I think, to the point where that's how the one-on-one fights should be in Extella, and then the Muso for the rest of it. That would be really cool. That's kind of like what the Fate Grand Order arcade looks like. I don't know if I know which Moikai you're talking about. At least she wants to get rid of Archimedes too.
未明領域への入り口か。当初の目的は果たせたな。しかし確かにこのままでは及ばぬレガリアの力。世も覚悟を決める時か。
She's pretty damn naked in that. The boss of the area should have been Iskandar, but seeing as how Liz opened the entrance, maybe the boss rights were switched to her right before he was destroyed. That's kind of semantic. Either way, just as Saber said, we've managed to complete our first goal, even if we did come out of it pretty torn up. We normally don't have a way to get to the Zero Dark from Seraph, but the path is open now. Although I don't believe everything that Elizabeth said to us, as far as I can tell, the entrance is stable.
観測結果もそう出ているな。入り口として開かれた空間は比較的安定している。自然に閉じるといった事態はまずないだろう。君たちはよくやった。魔力の回復も仕事と思ってくれ。
そうだな。思うところはあるが、まずは休まねばさすがに身が持たぬ。良いな、奏者。マイルームで戦いの傷を癒すとしよう。真の決戦はその後だ。
Whee! I failed you, Artoria. I'm sorry. Ooh. Ooh. Alrighty then. Alright, so I, myself, have work to do on Fate Apocrypha, which is literally what I'm going to jump from here to there to do. Thank you all for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to subscribe to OtakuDaiKun for more anime lists, reviews, discussions, lore videos, let's plays, and the Holy Waifu Wars. We'll be resuming this next week. Same time, which is Wednesdays at 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, to finish off Fate Extella, which will be pretty cool. And, what is it, the 15th, I believe? Let me see here. The 15th... We're probably going to get, like, a double stream extravaganza, because Thursday morning next week is the 15th. And I will probably be streaming the first part, anyway, of the new Singularity. So definitely look forward to that. Until next time, celebrate your fandom.